How are you?
So good to see
Good
you.
to see
How
you
are
too.
you? Thank you for having me
Have a
today.
seat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you again for going ahead and submitting your information and uploading all your artifacts and doing your self-evaluation. Thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
that. Also thank you for allowing me to visit you every month. I am feeling really good about what I am seeing. How you feeling?
I'm good. I think the staff is warm and kind, and it's going off. It's going really well with the staff, and I'm enjoying the transition.
Mm-hmm.
Only being here for 18 months, it's new, but it's good.
Good. And so as you know from the email and our invitation for today, we're going to go ahead and do your evaluation. Do you have any concerns as we go into it?
Just a little nervous today, but
That's normal.
okay.
That's natural. And I just want you to know that this process is really about continuous improvement, how I can support you to ensure you're supporting your teachers, your parents, and your school community. But we believe in you as a young leader, and we want to continue to see you grow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Well, let's jump right into it.
Okay.
So, we've sort of gone through Standard 1 for strategic leadership, and we're all on the same page based on your self-evaluation and our conversation and review of your data about your overall rating as proficient. And in looking at Standard 2, Instructional Leadership, I want us to spend a little bit of time on that. You talked a little bit about your TWC and your school improvement plan and your teacher retention data and achievement data.
Right.
And while you all have made some great progress in your reading scores, I think there's still some work to be done in your math scores. And so for that reason, the overall rating in instructional leadership is developing. You have any questions or concerns about
No,
that?
not at all. I think we're working on that.
Mhm.
It's in our school improvement plan, so we have plans to make sure we improve our math scores and so forth
In the upcoming year.
in the upcoming year.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. And we'll talk more about goals towards the end. So in cultural leadership, we decided on an overall rating there as well to go ahead and go with developing based on some of your TWC data. Okay. Human resource leadership is one we want to focus in on, where we're talking more about the professional learning community, retention, hiring, and placement of your staff, and evaluation, as well as turnover. You want to talk a little bit about your turnover rate?
Well, we have about 33 teachers, and we've lost about 6 teachers because I think our retention rate is about 80-some%.
Excellent.
So I think compared to the district, we're close. Are we pretty close to it?
Well, actually, you're a little bit lower than the district. But again, you've been here for 18 months, and typically what you will see in the beginning of a leadership change is a reduction. So last year when we saw it a little lower, we weren't as concerned, but going into year 2, you being at 82%, we want to put some real solid strategies in. And so again, when we get to the end, we're going to talk a little bit more about some goals and some strategies for figuring out how to sort of improve that. But did you have any thoughts about the practices in terms of your feedback on your TWC?
No, not anything that I can think of at this moment.
Okay.
Did you have feedback to share regarding?
Well, thank you for asking.
Sure.
I'd love to go a little bit more into detail with your data. How do you think your teachers are feeling in terms of their ability to lead?
I'm trying to think back to that data. I believe they are not as thrilled. I don't think they get much input. This is one regarding the professional. Oh, this is the instructional practices one.
We've got instructional practices, but even within instructional practices, there were a couple of things that were a little concerning and that I think warrant some attention. So teachers are encouraged to try new things to improve instruction. Teachers are assigned classes that maximize their likelihood of success. success. Teachers have autonomy to make decisions, and these items can be associated with various sections, but I think that this sort of may be speaking to your turnover issue.
Right. I can see the connection.
Okay, well, great. So now that we've sort of gone through all of your standards, I want us to talk about your goal setting. And one, as you know, one goal we have to have is about human resources, which we spent a little time talking through. Talk to me about what you think might be a potential SMART goal for HR.
For HR to retain the staff,
Mm-hmm.
maybe having a focus group with the staff to get their input on
Okay.
how they believe we can retain our teachers.
I
I
really
think the
like
value
that.
in their input would be very helpful in giving us all direction so they can see and having input on the new staff that come in. You know, creating an interview team
I like
and
that.
just making sure they have that voice and being able to contribute to it.
I like those as ideas, definitely getting some buy-in, and I think it's innovative. I have a couple of ideas for you as well if you'd be interested to consider.
Okay.
We've got a seasoned principal over at Rainydale, Mr. Jones. He's wonderful. He's been here with us for about 10 years. He keeps a retention rate of about 99%. And if you comb through his TWC data, if he's comfortable with doing that, he's helped to mentor some of our principals and share some of his practices. And of course, you don't have to take them all lock, stock, and barrel, but you can most certainly talk through those ideas. Also, an activity may be going through your TWC data with your staff. Have you had an opportunity to do that
No,
before?
we haven't done that. We actually have a plan to incorporate it in our school improvement plan. We haven't done it yet.
Excellent. But maybe small groups,
Okay.
PLC groups, and maybe sort of having some critical conversations and drilling down to what does that mean, and in a perfect world, what might that look like?
Okay.
If we're talking about improving educating students with minimal interruptions. Is it the announcements? Is it the bus schedule? What can we do as leaders to sort of improve that process?
Okay. Sounds like a good plan.
All right. So I want us to sort of work through an HR goal, and then I want you to think about maybe another goal that we've discussed, probably in an area in which you were rated as developing, and we'll go from there. You don't have to
Okay.
do one in every area, but we'll certainly go through there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.